Auntie, and I am here to do just a little chit chat, not a review, of 90 Day Fiance. Um, what is it? Last Resort, Season 2. I think it's episode 19. Till All Part 2. Let me tell you something. This was some serious foo la lie. Now, I'm not going to do the whole review. I'm just going to chit chat with y'all because I got time today. Hey, everybody. I cannot see the comments because I'm across the room. Let me see. Are there any comments out there? Not even sure if there's any comments to even be seen. There you go. Hi, Lisa. Okay, it is some comments to be seen. I wonder if I should turn this off. Does this look better off, y'all? Yes, to me, that looks so much better, so much clearer. Let's get into it. Hi, everybody. Hey, Miss Biz from New York. Hey, y'all. Hey. So, y'all, I have got to talk about this tell all. And I'm hoping that y'all can hear me. Can y'all give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear your girl. Okay? Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear your girl. Okay. I don't have to scream or feel like I'm screaming. I hope not. Okay, I see that little brown chocolate thumbs. That is so cute from over here. Hey, everybody. Okay, I got the little yellow okay, y'all. I'm like really busy, but I said I gotta get this stuff done. And instead of me doing StreamYard, YouTube, of course, we all know, has a live feature. And I said, Auntie, take advantage of the live feature that is available via YouTube. Okay? So look, I ain't gonna go in no particular order. I'm just gonna talk my talks, talk my speech, say my speech. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I do with the boo 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 boo. So anyway, y'all, I was looking at this tell all. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't like to challenge or talk about other people, right? Content creators. I don't like to talk about really the host and stuff like that. I really don't. I don't get pleasure in it. I don't think it's, cute or anything like that. But let me tell you something. Sean is in my opinion. The work that she is doing is absolutely horrible. It's horrible. It is horrible. She let these people run amok. She asks different stuff. They don't challenge. One of the things, if I was to subtitle this, I would subtitle this double standard. Because these women get away with stuff that these men never, okay, I got to kick my shoes off, never could get away with. And I mean, when I say never, I mean never. Okay, so I'm looking at this, right? And we got old Stacy. Now, if you want to be robbing the cradle or whatever they call it back in the day, I don't know what the new term for it is, then you're going to have to do what you got to do with the woo whoop and the boo boo boo. You know daggone well Florian is only going to be so faithful to you. Now, they trying to say that Florian got a bad attitude. Maybe he do. But honey, let me tell you something. What? Okay, let me delete that. Oh my God, that's going to get me flagged like I don't know what. God. Oh. I swear I'm going to have rules. And the thing about it be the members. It ain't even the regular people. It's the members that put that stuff out there. I just so happened to have my glasses on and I saw it. Come on, y'all. Y'all know that there's certain things under the YouTube guidelines that you can't say. What is going on? Anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. So I'm just sitting there thinking, okay, Stacy's an older woman. She marries this younger guy. And she's saying that the relationship was good, right? Because this is like, the tell all supposed to be like an update or whatever. And she's saying that, basically, he, you know, she's saying that they're not making love with one another, right? And then she says that, her Florian, they having problem. They ask her, okay, so y'all not, doing anything right now. So, what do you think that the problem is, right? Or how frequently are y'all doing the nasty? So basically, she's like, enough for it to start being an issue. And then she turns around and says she's in menopause. I said, maybe it's not him, it's you. Then Sean asked the men to tell her about what menopause is. And then Stacy comes back and says, I don't know my damn self. And I'm sitting there saying, right answer. Because most of the time when women are going through menopause, there's a period in your in perimenopausal. So if she's going through menopause, that means that by the time that she married him, she was already perimenopausal. Let's just go ahead on and tell the truth and shame the devil up in this campity. You got to go through peri first. Then you go through menopause, okay? In order to be through, okay, let me tell y'all what menopause is. It's when your cycle pauses. Now, if you live to be 100 years old, like back in the day with Abraham and all of them, okay, it will come back. But bitch, we don't live that long. Now, in order for you to be menopause or in menopause stage, you would have had to miss your menstrual cycle for over 365 days. It is a normal thing that women go through. Most women don't do the homework, the research, and everything that they're supposed to do on menopause because they're ashamed to go through it. But it's a normal thing, just like it is when you lose your baby teeth and you get your grown-ass teeth. She's sitting up there crying. So instead of Sean, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through that, you need to be celebrating her. Bitch, do you know what it feels like to be having cycles almost your whole life, and all of a sudden it stops? Now, some women don't have, the best menopause, right? They don't go through perimenopause. Perimenopause is where you are having the hot flashes, where you are having, the night sweats and all of that. Now, I've been menopause for a long time, right? And I was menopause for a long time because of, issues that I had with miscarrying the baby. Okay? So when they went to do the surgery and do whatever they needed to do, they scraped down too long, so they killed all of my ovaries. That throws you automatically into perimenopause. Okay? That's for me. I'm talking about for my body. That's the time where you start having the hot flashes and all of that kind of stuff, and it feel like you just stuck your head in the oven. Bitch, it's torture, okay? But a lot of women, some women go through it a lot. Some women don't go through it a lot. It is what it is with the whoop whoop and the boo boo boo. Anyway, she's sitting up there saying her and Florian are not making love like they used to. And I'm saying, Stacy takes her responsibility for it. Because it very well may be you. Your moods are up and down. You nasty one day, you nice the next one. It could be from hour to 15 minutes to 15 minutes. But she's throwing all of this stuff on Florian. And then the host tells her, ask Florian, can you tell me what menopause is? What the would he have to worry about her menopause for? So is he supposed to do the research that her ass ain't do? Sean, write your down on a card. Why don't you go to some of these YouTube channels, find out what some of these YouTubers are talking about, go in the comment section and draw your questions from there. Because this sorry that she's doing is sorry as hell. I'm sorry, I said it. That's my opinion about the bullcrap that she is putting out here on these damn streets. Then they trying to say that Florian, be going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and he was disrespectful to Jasmine. Bitch, are you kidding? Then Jasmine sits up there and says you was out of control and it was unacceptable. But ain't you the same woman that sat there and threw a shoe across the room, not once, but twice? Aren't you the same person? Okay, I gotta move y'all closer. Aren't you the same person that took and snatched a drink out of Gino's hand? Aren't you the same woman that came and approached Natalie out on the side of the street and basically threatened to whoop her ass? And you talking about something is unacceptable? Why ain't nobody checking Jasmine? See, this is why YouTubers and stuff like that, we don't get an opportunity. We don't get the invites. We don't get the opportunity. Because I would drag Jasmine by her skull. Jasmine doesn't have the right to say anything to anybody about anything. She is the most disrespectful a person on the show, and everything she does is for attention. And here we want to cover for Jasmine. Jasmine sat up there and told lies, flat out lies. She has manipulated Gino into thinking that she is with a man who does not want her, but wants to be in a relationship with the two of them and call it a throuple, when Matt never wanted a throuple with Gino. But the host sits there and lets this stuff go on and lets her talk this yiggity yang yang snacky. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? God dang. I knew it. The treatment and the double standard on this show is why I stopped looking at it. Because even when they were at the resort, okay, if that's what you call it, even when they were on the resort, even the counselors had double standards. And I know that people be like, Auntie, why you always on the men's side? Because they get the short end of the and one of them spoke up, and I think it was Rob, who's very intelligent. And I know people don't like Rob, and they don't want to give Rob the credit that Rob deserves. But I'm telling you right now, Rob said he's just outspoken. He speak his speech, he talk his stuff. And every time you have somebody who is outspoken, for one reason or the other, you always get the end of the stick. And I know that for a fact because I be getting the end of the stick sometimes. But I've learned how to manage through it. I'm old now, and I just frankly don't have it to do. I could care less what your opinion about me is, what you think about me, how you think I should act, what you think I should dress, how my hair look. You don't like I don't give up. I don't care. Now we got Julia up here hoeing. But we mad at Rob because he calling a thing with Jasmine, Julia, and Sophie. All of them. But now we mad at Rob for calling a thing. And I don't want to say it's because of Rob's skin color. I don't even want to go there. But it definitely doesn't benefit him. Now Sophie dating Pedro allegedly. What is going on? This girl sits up there, twerks in front of his parents. She's so gutter, in my opinion. I think she's a gutter snipe. But she's so gutter that the stuff that she is doing, she don't even realize, recognize, or understand that his parents are sitting there on the freaking, oh my God, that the parents are sitting there. And so now she's talking about she kissed some guy. But she want Brandon to get over it. And get over it now because Ross said, wait a minute, God, he just found out about her. Let him process the She want him to forgive her and forgive her immediately. And she makes an excuse and says, well, we won't together. But all we have seen you be on the last resort is a stripper. That's all we've seen. That's the only behavior we've seen. And it's acceptable. But let anybody do that. It's a double standard on the show. And somebody got to check this stuff. Or it's going to go down. 90 Day Fiance is not what it used to be. It's absolutely pure, unadulterated trash sometimes, in my opinion. It's just trash. The plots, the set me ups, the like all of that stuff. Because we're gonna do 90 Day Fiance. Child, we're gonna do 90 Day Fiance. We're gonna get into that as we get into that. But this last resort bit, this is too much. I don't even know if I put the right season down for it. I don't even care. And then I gotta do Gypsy Rose too. Because somebody asked me in the comment section if I was doing Gypsy Rose. I'ma do it. But I'm sick of her too. So Julia says that she kissed this guy. And then she's like, well, she finds out that the parents are there. And of course, they give Julia a pass. Julia doesn't deserve a pass. Sophie says that she was using Rob to go to Florida. First of all, they asked Sophie, is something different? It looks like it's something different about you. Yeah, it is. Oh, what is? I got my boobs done. But you denied that you got that butt done? Are we not denying that we got a BBL? When it looked like whoever did the surgery on you did a notebook, put a notebook on the top and measured your ass going down from the notebook part? Does it not look like somebody can use it as a tabletop or a desk probably? Could you not solve a calculus problem on the back of your butt? It is so disproportionate from your body that it looks like a countertop. Like maybe someone could serve coffee up on that mother. Maybe a couple of Danishes or two. But you absolutely can solve a mathematical problem. Okay? You can take your calculator, you can do all of your little work on the side and come back and solve the equation on the back of Sophie's behind. And now you admit to getting your breast done. You know why? Because we saw it. When you came on the show, you came on and it looked like you was getting fillers and popping it, busting it. Oh my goodness. So why ain't we ever addressed that tabletop that's sitting up and looking like a foldable table? Are you kidding me? But don't nobody want Auntie to say nothing about it. But I am. So now here it is. She uses Rob to take a trip to Florida to go to Disney World. And now all of a sudden she making them that butt and them brassicas do some work. And then she got the nerve to say, and it was good. And this is acceptable. This is okay. Right? All this is okay. So Stacy can Stacy can marry a young guy, fix herself up, get 75,000 plastic surgeries, and expect this man to know who Stacy is. And then she get mad at Darcy and say Darcy want him. But we're going to go head on back to Sophie. So they go down to, to Florida, right? Sophie says they went to Disney. She was doing the do with Rob, and it was getting good. And then she didn't want to be with Rob anymore because they was having arguments. So then she gets into a relationship, okay, with a woman and a man. And the two of them happen to be a couple with a baby, a shared baby. So instead of Magic Mike, we got Messy Sophie, who don't even know that she's dating the couple. But she mad at Rob. And she don't want to be with Rob. And she said that everything was going gravy, just good and gravy with Rob. But then she realized, I don't want to be back with Rob because I know it's not the right thing for me. But then Jasmine sits in another conversation with Julia and tells Julia that Sophie has a sugar daddy. Sophie makes a dry joke and says that she was messing with some 93-year-old man who's about to turn 94. And then the host laughs and kiki about it, and we don't go back. So I know that you gave Sophie a good kiki and a good caca out of this, but what I really need to know, what I really want to know is, did you have a sugar daddy? Because Rob stopped paying your bills. So now Rob slides up on the seat, and Rob says, well, I'm going to tell you where this came from. It came from when Jasmine was going through something and she was sitting out on the curb. I said something. She asked me about Sophie, and I basically alluded to the fact that she probably got a sugar daddy because Jasmine asked me in such a way that I just went on with it. So, Rob, you covering for Sophie? You covering for Sophie? Because that's what it sounds like, son. Stop being everybody's puppet. Stop trying to save the whole world when the whole world ain't thinking about saving you. I was so disgusted with Rob. I was like, you should have let the truth be the truth. But the thing about it is, it basically shows the liar that Jasmine is. But it's okay for Jasmine to throw shoes, to get up in people's faces, to act ignorant. And in my opinion, Jasmine wants to be the new Angela Dean or Deem. That's who she wants to be. She wants to be Angela Dean. And the thing about it is, we appear to have an appetite for it. I don't. I don't have an appetite for it. I will not glorify anything that she does. I don't care what kind of person Robbie is. I don't care what kind of relationship he had with Jasmine. I don't care. He said words. He did not physically throw. Do you know what they would have did to that man had he thrown even a handkerchief at that bitch? If he had thrown a handkerchief, what would have happened to Rob? Oh, sweet old Rob. They all got their problems. Every last one of them. But what I don't like is the systematic, in my opinion, cover up of women's behavior. We can't get out there and act like a man and expect to be treated like a woman. And if you are swinging off of tabletops, running around kissing people, half naked, that it could be possibly that your stripper days of being in Russia are still stripper days here downtown to the U.S. And when has it ever been acceptable for a woman to glorify her pregnancy while still be married to another man by doing photo shoots with a man that probably don't love her and a puppy? But we look at this and we accept this kind of behavior from these women. Why? Because they're women? Because they're women? I'm sorry, what? When? Where? And why? And how? Where have we gone as a 90-day fiance family where we think that this behavior is unacceptable and we would justify it? And the host needs to go because she allows them to run amok. She doesn't, in my opinion, have good questions or anything. They're not engaging. And that's why we're seeing the mess. That's why we're not getting down to the nitty and to the gritty of it all, because all we're seeing is someone who sits at a computer somewhere and does it. Okay, can y'all see my computer? Who sits at a computer and edits through all of the things that we really want to know as 90-day fiance people. I have on in my library, in my repertoire, videos of me going all the way back to season 1. I even went back and looked at my interview with Jesse Meester, who used to date Darcy. That is how long I've been doing that. I have hidden a lot of those videos of going all the way back. I think I hid season 1 through season 4 because I used to cuss to them so bad. I have put them up. But I am going to be doing a new podcast, hopefully soon, y'all. Don't wait on me, but hopefully soon, saying, was I right or was I wrong? That is what I want to talk about. Was I right about these people or was I wrong? There's some things that I said about Darcy when I met Darcy and Stacy way back in the day that ring very true and have came true. So I'm going to be doing a podcast of going back in there. I just got to get me some time, okay? What you say, boo? I'm going to be doing that. Also, So this is the end of my review. Let me just let you all know this. I'm going to upload today a video of me doing a product review. And I am going to be doing product reviews on my other channel. If you are not following, please follow that channel. I will try to remember to put it in the description box. But I want y'all to see the product reviews. I'm going to be doing product reviews, clothing, all of that kind of stuff, the stuff that I like to do when y'all don't see me doing this stuff that I like to do. So I'm going to upload one, but it will not be on this channel. It will be on my other channel. So I'll give you a short with the link so that you can go over and look at it, y'all. I am reviewing products from different stores, and I am so excited about that too. But anyway, so I'm going to end this video, and I'll be back really, really soon because I want to do my review of 90 Day Fiance last night, y'all. No, Sunday night. Okay. So, it's a lot going on. It's a lot. Y'all Auntie got a lot going on. I had a photo shoot yesterday, and that sucker was 7 hours long. Hold on, let me see what you said, baby. I don't even know how to do this. Auntie, did you see? So you did it. She did it anyway? She did it again? Why did that come up? Bye, y'all. Okay, so how I end this live? Okay, right there.